Do you find joy in the small things in life? Hey, Jason here. If you've been watching the channel, you've been seeing me go through Joburg, showing you how beautiful it is here in South Africa, encouraging you if you're in America to come here and visit South Africa. It's a beautiful, beautiful place. And no, there are not lions just walking around on the street, guys. But most importantly, I've been talking to you about success, what it is, and how to get it in the three areas of life that I focus on, which are happiness, health, and wealth. If you're new to the channel, the definition of success is the progressive realization of a worthy idea. And that's why I ask you, like, do you find gratitude and happiness in the smallest things in life? And this question may sound weird. You may be like, yeah, Jason, of course I find happiness and gratitude. I'm grateful for the small things. But really, are you? I'm going to share with you at the end, like, two things that I've done today that really made me happy and I'm grateful for. And they wasn't bad at all. And the first one didn't even cost me any money. That's the crazy thing. And so I'm talking about this because, as I was self-reflecting today, reading, it really dawned on me, like, I just saw myself how angry and how disappointed in life that I used to be. And I used to always think life was unfair, things wasn't working for me. I had all of this low self-confidence, big self-doubt, and it kept me in a state of fear and ungratefulness. And it led to me being unhappy. It was to the point to where, things that I had accumulated in my life at that point in time, it got so bad to where I was at the point where I had things that most people would dream of in this world, and I was ready to kill myself. And now I look at life very differently, and I look at it from a very appreciative lens because we truly only have one shot at this life. And we should be doing everything in the world that makes us happy and saying no to all the things that don't. And it's funny because one of the chapters in my book that I was reading about self-confidence and self improvement. I think I can't remember the whole title of the book, but it's from Dr. Joseph Murphy. It's part of his series on the power of the subconscious mind. And it's real good for business, but it's for personal life and things like that. And so the page that I opened up to and read, because I already read the book like 3 or 4 times. So now I just open it up and I just like let the universe tell me, what do I need to read today? And the chapter was about the importance of yes and no. And it said yes and no are two of the most powerful words that we have in control of our lives. And it's the two words we misuse the most. And it said, like, we need to start learning how to say yes to things that only bring us spiritual happiness, things that are in harmony with us. And we need to start being able to say no to the things that don't. And so when I was reading that chapter, and I was just like, so why is it that we have such a hard time saying no? And I started asking myself this question. And on my ride here back home, I started realizing the reason being is we're taught not only to go play with the masses. Like, have you ever had had the experience of go out there and play with the kids, go play with your friends? Like, we're not taught to find people who share similar interests with us. And as we're growing, we grow with new people. And because of that, we're saying yes to a lot of things that we don't want to do in life. I was guilty of this for many years, man. I remember clearly, like, people be like, hey, you want to go to the club when the military? All right, yeah, I go, man. Knowing I didn't want to go. And I probably didn't even have the money at the time to be out clubbing. And so then what happened, I'm not happy or I end up getting too drunk. And, then it's like, okay, why did I even do that? You wake up the next day with a hangover. Or, are you just appeasing people with stuff that they want to do and that you don't want to do? Like, I think we have to learn how to say no. And saying no it's hard, man. Like, it's hard. I'm not gonna lie to you, it's hard. Because everybody wants to be able to be of value in this world. Everybody wants to be that hero, to be able to help someone. But we got to be our own hero first. We have to help our own selves first. We need to focus on our happiness. I feel like this is one of the biggest problems in this modern world that we're living in. We're all taught that our happiness is contingent on someone outside of us, and our happiness comes from within. Only we can figure out what vibrates to us and makes us happy. And yes, sometimes you have to go through doing things you don't like to do. Like for me, I can say like, what was the last time I did something that I didn't like? It was probably either Panama or Colombia living there. It most likely had something to do with drinking or going to a club or a bar. And those things don't bring me happiness anymore. Like drinking doesn't make me happy. And so a lot of times when people hear me and they see how adamant I am about I'm not drinking. I don't care what the circumstance is. I don't care what event's going on. I don't care who's celebrating. I'm drinking water or juice, and that's just it. Like I can be in any spot, and I am content with just drinking water or juice. And a lot of people will be like, "Man, I don't know how you can do it." It's like drinking water and juice brings me happiness. If I'm gonna be in a situation where there's alcohol all around me, I don't want to drink alcohol, so I'm gonna do the thing that makes me the happiest, and that's drinking water and juice. And I didn't used to be like this. I didn't used to be this disciplined or have this much willpower over myself. It used to be like even this weekend, like I was invited out Friday night. Yeah, it was Friday night to go to a karaoke bar and there was a hip hop performance going on. And I just told him, I was like, hey, it's month's end, man. There's too many people on the road. Like there's too much drinking. I'm not comfortable being out at night like that. Like, and they just said, oh, okay, I understand. And it's not, they understood also, like, it wasn't like as if, oh, Jason feels he's better than them. I just let them know it's just not my energy. It's not my vibe. Like, that's not what I do. And it's funny because like today I went out to Emmarentia Dam in Morningside, I believe it is, on the other side of Morningside. And I've been out there for like 3 hours just sitting in the sunlight on a tree stump, just chilling. I went and bought lunch, took my lunch there with me, ate lunch outside. It was a solo picnic, man, and it felt great. People out there playing with their kids, people had their dogs, it was people flying kites. It was just a really nice, wholesome environment. And it was just peaceful. I was just sitting there reading my book for a couple of hours, having baking in the sun. I was watching the little lake, seeing the animals, the dogs, and I was happy. The whole time I was happy. And something as simple as that, you may be like, yo, I don't know if that'll make me happy, but I would encourage you to try it. And like this is going to show you how simple happiness can come. So since I've been in South Africa, I've been looking for plantains for the entire time. I gave up 6 months ago. I'm gonna just be real with you. I've been to Indian markets, I've been to Chinese markets, every market I could find. I haven't found anything South American here. And so like I couldn't find plantains because I really like eating plantains. Like if I'm gonna eat chips, I prefer to eat plantain chips instead of the traditional chips like what's those things called Pringles, Lay's, and all of that. And guess what I found today, man? As I went to pick up my lunch, someone just told me, like, oh, I'll go inside the store and look for something, even though I didn't need anything. So I went in there. They now have plantain chips. And that's crazy. Like it really made me happy. So I bought 2 packs. I'm eating this one now. And like that's how simple happiness is. Like really think about it. What are the things that make you happy in life? And if you're coming up with if it's hard for you, just find 2 things. That's the task for today, starting to your Monday. Find 2 things that bring you happiness. And then once you find those 2 things, excuse me, once you discover what those 2 things are, which one is easier for you to do on a daily basis? Is it going for a walk? Is it looking at flowers? Like I have a picture in my phone. Oh man, I hope I didn't delete it. I had to clear out space. Man, I deleted that picture. I had literally just took a picture of the most beautiful tree that I've seen here so far. It had like purple, pinkish, white flowers, and it was just the bulbs of the flowers on the tree, no leaves or anything. Beautiful. And that made me happy. Like simple things like that is what usually bring most people happiness. And the reason why I'm saying this is because when you start finding those simple things that can make you happy, you start realizing the things you've been stressed over because you don't have it yet never even matter. And when you get to that blissful place, you start literally attracting the things that you want. When I stopped worrying about if I can get plantain chips, they just happen to come out of nowhere. And this isn't the only thing that I can give you countless and countless of other examples like this. But I'm just sharing you with one that I just literally got today. And just in the comments, yo, let me know what is something you're grateful for today, man, because that's something we don't talk about enough. We have been conditioned to complain and talk about the things that we don't like. But what do you like? What are you grateful for today? And just leave that down in the comments. And while you're doing that, make sure you hit that like button so you can see more videos like this and lets me know you like this type of content. And most importantly, hit that subscribe button so that way you can be notified whenever I drop a video like this each and every day. And some days I drop multiple videos. And just remember this, guys, I'm Jason, and success is simple once you know how.